They whispered about a sickness. Heaven heard the curse. Not all poison is swallowed. Some is spoken. The cup they drank from was filled with trust and venom. A woman smiled while killing him spiritually. His soul knew long before his body could name it. What she gave him haunts every mirror. You saw the change. You just didn't know why. Her hands were soft. Her intention wasn't. It wasn't love. It was layered witchcraft. She needed him broken to feel powerful. The symptoms were spiritual. The diagnosis will never be. That wasn't food. It was a contract. She fed him more than meals. She fed his destruction. He's forgetting who he was, and she's celebrating. He dreams of escape, but wakes in chains. She called it healing. God called it harm. His energy didn't lie. His words did. His light is dimming. But yours is returning. That silence you feel is a warning. You were sent to interrupt this spell. Her perfume carried more than fragrance. He smiled through sickness to protect her lie. They won't believe it until the funeral. She prayed, but not to God. You keep shaking, but it's not your body, it's your spirit. The curse ends with exposure. You are the last defense before destiny is erased. She marked him as hers, but heaven says otherwise. His soul is shouting through the sickness. You feel what he hides. That's the bond. This is generational. But you are interruption. The food changed. The face changed. You knew. He's tired, not old. The woman carries a hidden name in the spirit. His voice sounds distant. That's not aging, it's soul loss. You were warned in a dream. Don't ignore it. The clock is ticking louder now. This is not death. This is design. Her gifts came with chains. He's bound, and your love is the blade. His memory isn't fading, it's being stolen. She didn't feed him. She fed on him. The table was set for a burial, not a meal. God is exposing poison through divine discomfort. You were placed close enough to witness end war. The shift is spiritual. Watch the pets, the plants, the silence. He won't ask for help, but you already feel the scream. Don't confront her yet. Just awaken fully. This isn't about food. It's about fate. 50. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. He's shrinking inside. You feel it in your bones. She watched him weaken and called it coincidence. He no longer recognizes the mirror. That's no accident. You've dreamed this moment your whole life. It wasn't paranoia. He won't survive unless someone speaks what hurts. God said enough. Now the exposure begins. The woman knew what she was doing. So did darkness. He was chosen. So was she, but not by light. They tried to destroy the root. You are the bloom. You inherited a war you never asked for. A woman once smiled at you. That was the warning. She wants him erased quietly. Heaven has other plans. He's not just tired. He's spiritually sedated. Her prayers weren't blessings. They were blueprints. He feels safest around the ones she avoids. She cooked, but the house grew colder. He's moving slower, not because of age, but decay. The curse entered through care. You weren't imagining the smell, the silence, the sudden fear. Heaven is waiting for your voice to tremble open. They laughed at your suspicions. They won't laugh long. She thought no one would notice. God noticed. His blood is trying to speak. That woman is shaking now because your soul woke up. You carry the antidote in your awareness. He believed her voice over his own body. This is not his end. It's your awakening. The woman dressed her curses in compassion. What you uncover will feel unbearable, but it will free generations. You will be called crazy before you're called correct. His decline was timed. Her smile was too. The woman fears your intuition. That's why she discredits it. You feel dizzy around her. That's not anxiety. That's discernment. His soul is folding into silence. Bring the light. You are the rupture in her ritual. His dreams are sacred, and someone is stealing them. She disguised control as concern. The moment you speak, the atmosphere will crack. She wanted the inheritance, not the healing. Your presence makes her uneasy. Good. He clutches his chest, but the wound is spiritual. You weren't paranoid. You were protected. She gave him love laced with fear. Every lie she told is surfacing through his body. He doesn't need a doctor. He needs divine intervention. The poison didn't kill him. The silence almost did. You noticed the pattern before it took root. She didn't want to love him. She wanted to own him. His soul clings to yours. That's why you feel everything. What she placed in his body, God is pulling out with fire. His soul is running out of places to hide the pain. You weren't supposed to know, but you do. His prayers are weak now. Yours are fire. She smiles, but the shadows in her kitchen don't lie. He once glowed. Now he flickers. Her voice made him trust. Her actions made him rot. You dreamed of his funeral because the spirit is warning you. The food was familiar, but the spirit behind it was not. She offered him comfort. It came with sickness. His body rejects her, but he still calls it love. The woman is shaking now. Her plans are crumbling. He's trying to speak through symptoms. Hear deeper. She visited him with gifts, but they came with thorns. You'll be called dramatic before they call you divine. God marked you as the one to break the chain. Her kisses tasted sweet, but so does poison. He doesn't want to believe what his body already knows. The curse is unraveling, but not before it bruises. They told you to stop asking questions. Ask louder. You carry the memory of his real self. Anchor him there. His illness isn't random. It was served to him. She needed him dependent, so she weakened him slowly. You were born into this family to be the fire. His energy fades every time she enters the room. You keep crying at night. It's not just yours, it's his. Her evil didn't start with him, but it might end there. The woman speaks softly, but spirits scream when she prays. Every symptom has a secret. Ask heaven to reveal it. His eyes were clearer before she moved in. She didn't cook with love. She cooked with intention. He's been dying in silence. You're the roar that saves him. You are his spiritual first responder. What your hands tremble to touch. Your soul was born to heal. There's something buried in that house. And it's not just sorrow. She cloaked his spirit in confusion. But the veil is thinning. His ancestors are screaming through your instincts. You knew something was off the day the smell changed. He doesn't need medicine. He needs deliverance. What they called aging, God calls spiritual decay. He's trying to hold on. You are the grip. She wanted him silenced, but your tears are louder. You were made for moments like this. Don't fold. Her spell was strong, but your clarity is stronger. She didn't just want him sick. She wanted you blind. His sickness is her control. Your love is revolt. The family will divide once truth steps in. Be ready. He wonders why he feels like a ghost. She knows. His soul will survive, but not without your awakening. You weren't crazy. You were called.